Once upon a time, in a green farm town near the Big Blue Sea in New York, a clever boy named John Jay was born on a chilly December day in 1745. His family had a cozy home with apple trees and horses, and John loved reading thick books and asking big questions like, how can we make rules fair for everyone? John grew up super smart. He became a lawyer who solved arguments with words, not fists. When the American colonies wanted freedom from faraway kings with unfair rules, John joined the fight. But he always wanted peace first. He helped write plans, led big meetings, and even became president of the Congress for a while. John's biggest team-up was with his friends Alexander Hamilton and James Madison. They wrote smart essays called the Federalist Papers to explain why America needed a strong, fair government, like a big, sturdy tree that could protect all the branches, the states, without squishing the little leaves, the people. John wrote 5 of them, saying, "Together we're stronger and safer." Not everyone agreed, though. Some folks called anti-federalists worried a strong government might act like a bossy king and take away freedoms. They said, "We like our states running their own show." John and his friends listened, but they believed unity would keep wars away and help everyone grow. In the end, most people said yes to the new Constitution, and it worked. After the Revolutionary War, John sailed across the ocean to Paris with Benjamin Franklin. They sat at long tables with British leaders and used calm, clever words to write the Treaty of Paris. That paper said, "America is free." John was proud. He helped win peace without more fighting. But his biggest adventure came later. In 1794, America was getting grumpy with Britain again. British ships were stopping American boats and causing trouble. President George Washington sent John to London to talk it out. John came back with the Jay Treaty. It said Britain would leave some old forts in America and trade nicer, which stopped a new war and kept peace for a while. Some people cheered, "Great job, John. You used your brain to avoid fighting." But others were mad. They shouted, "The treaty helps Britain too much. It doesn't protect our sailors enough, and it feels like we're being bossy neighbors again." Crowds burned pictures of John in big bonfires. He joked he could walk from Boston to Philadelphia by their light. Folks who liked France better said John was too friendly with Britain. It even helped start America's first big political teams. One side liked the treaty, the other didn't. John also cared deeply about fairness for everyone. He thought slavery was wrong. It didn't match America's promise of liberty for all. He helped start a group to free people slowly and kindly. And as governor of New York, he signed a law in 1799 that said kids born to enslaved parents would grow up free. That was a big step. But here's the tricky part. John owned enslaved people himself for many years. Even while saying slavery was bad, he freed some over time and said he wanted everyone free. But critics pointed out, if you know it's wrong, why not free them all right away? John believed slow changes were safer, so families and workers wouldn't suffer big shocks. But others said freedom shouldn't wait. In his later years, John retired to his peaceful farm with his kind wife Sarah and their kids. He read the Bible, planted flowers, and told grandkids stories about thinking hard, listening to different sides, and choosing peace and fairness, even when it's not easy or popular. John Jay wasn't the loudest or flashiest hero. He was like a wise old owl, watching carefully, using his smart head and big heart to make tough choices. Some people loved his calm way, others wished he'd chosen differently. But thanks to him, America got a fair court system, important peace treaties, and steps toward freedom for more people. And remember, kids, real heroes aren't perfect. They listen to both sides, learn from mistakes, and keep trying to make things better, one fair step at a time.